This morning, CJ is going to provide our covenant story, but CJ is joined our community more recently, so you might be seeing him for the first time today, so we can warmly welcome him after. But CJ is joining us as a ministry intern. He's going to be focusing on the youth ministry, but also just a general sense of church ministry. He's a man of many skills, so we'll be able to just have him join us in a lot of different ways, just part of the life of Covenant Church. So I did give CJ a heads up on some of the questions, so I won't surprise him too much, but and I'll let him add fun facts if he wants to. But my first question for CJ is how you were first introduced to Jesus.
Yeah, just to reiterate, my name is CJ, and if this is one of your first times, or your second, your third time, don't feel shy. I still want to get to know you, but for the Covenant family, for the core group that you guys are always here, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys, so it's going to be great. So, how I was first introduced to Jesus. So, both of my parents are very heavily involved in the ministry, and with that being said, I grew up in the church. I actually was born in a hospital, but as soon as I was born, then I was taken to church, and that's the story of my life. But there's some pros and cons to that, and so to the other side of that, I felt myself going through the motions as a kid. You know, I was at church because I had to be, not always because I wanted to be. And so really where my faith journey, where I became more serious about becoming a Christian, about following Jesus, was in high school, where, you know, I didn't have to do things anymore just because my parents told me to, but because I had to compel myself to do it because I knew it was the right thing. So what that looks for me like practically is praying on my own, worshiping on my own, reading the Bible on my own. And I don't mean apart, like when I say on my own, I don't mean apart from Jesus or apart from the church. These things are only possible through Jesus, but what I really mean is taking that extra step to be more intentional about doing these things on my own time, out of my own will, and for the glory of God. So that's my faith journey.
As you've been in that journey, what is something that has helped you to sustain you and to encourage you in continuing to follow Jesus?
So, I just, not in a boastful way, but I do want to say I live a very blessed life. And what I mean by that is I just have a God-fearing family that I can rely on, that I know will be there for me. I've always had a great church community. Even upon graduating college and getting here, you guys are a great church community. I've been here for about a month now, and I can just tell that you guys are very family-oriented in the sense of the whole church. And so I know that with different trials that I may be going through, I can rely on you guys. I've had that for most of my life, and so I'm looking forward to having that here and just having that as a backbone. You know, because with Christianity, with following Jesus, it's not meant to be on your own, but as a whole, you know, as a community, as a church body. So that's what you guys all have here. This is what I'm becoming a part of, so I'm excited, I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
And is there a particular way that you are, in this season of life, experiencing or seeing God's goodness?
So I just said that I had graduated from college, but in college, things were busy. I was taking a lot of credits, the maximum amount, and I was involved in student leadership, and I was playing soccer on the college team, and just between balancing all that and working part-time, things were busy, and at times it was stressful. And so upon graduating, it was a very hard, sharp left turn, but I will say, even in this new season, God has blessed me with a spirit of peace, a spirit of calmness that, it's hard to find sometimes. Even after when things die down, you don't want to become lazy or, as I would like to do, sleep all day, but the point is, it's not laziness or sleepiness, but peace. rest. And so I've gotten to just take some time back to myself and to dive into the Bible, dive into God's Word, be here at church and just dive in different areas in the community and to help serve alongside family and friends. And so in doing all those things, God is saying, hey, you might be doing something, you might be working, you might be serving, but in doing so, you will do so with the spirit of rest, with the spirit of calmness. And so that's what I'll say God has blessed me with.
I am going to ask you a fun fact question. You speak more language than just one, correct? So can you share what other languages you speak?
Yo hablo español y yo falo português. I already mixed up my languages. I'm on the spot. My dad is Brazilian, my mom is Mexican, so I had to learn Portuguese to speak to my dad's side of the family and Spanish to speak to my mom's side. So that's been a blessing. Don't speak to me in Spanish, I'll mix it up with Portuguese and vice versa. So, but yeah.
And just as you think of the next kind of year ahead, is there anything in particular that you're looking forward to just here at Covenant?
So Pastor Patrick, he has an older son, his name is Micah, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him in soccer. I've been told he needs to be put into his place. Sometimes if you don't humble yourself, God will do it. So that's why I'm here. I talked about it a little bit before, but I'm just excited to be here with you guys, to just dive into different areas of the community, into serving, into taking communion with you guys, and diving into different devotionals. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to meeting all of you if I haven't yet, and yeah.
Great. All right, well, join with me in praying for CJ.